Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I brought in my lemon cypress tree. I'm going to do a bit of work on that. Before I do, I was at a car boot sale this morning, so I picked up a few things. I picked up, see if I can bring the camera down. I got this little boat with woodmen on it, and I got 4 more little woodmen there, so I'm going to put them on around some of my trees. But just move them out of the way for now, put them with the rest of my collection on woodmen. Okay, so the tree itself, the main branch structure is all done, it's fine. This one's coming out a little bit horizontal like this one, but we can do about that now really. But since I worked on it the last time, I've done nothing to it, just watered it, fed it, and that kind of thing. It was quite full of weed and stuff. It got a bit neglected because again it was one of these trees that was at the back of my benches. And what's happening now with it, the main structure of the branch is okay, but as you can see it's starting to try and go back into a conical shape again. All the branches are starting to close in at the ends, so what I'm just going to do is just wire the branches, just the ends of them, and bring them like out more like that, so they're not all trying to, because if I don't want to leave it, eventually it'll just go back into a cone shape. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. So like that, I'm not going to be wiring the main branches, just the kind of basically the tips, just to bring them down, like, and open it up a bit. See, like here now, this one, we'll just bring them out like that. So we'll move the camera in a bit closer. I had a problem a while ago. I walked in, I had my camera set up on the stand, my phone set up on the stand. I used my phone to make the videos, and I knocked the stand off and the whole lot fell on the floor. Luckily it wasn't the phone or the mic that broke, it was the stand snapped. So I managed to glue it back together. So hopefully that'll last until I get a new one. Okay, so I'll just start wiring it up. I'm not sure on the thickness of the wires. We've got a few different ones, so I'm just going to get like short lengths of wire like that, and like say for instance this one here, just on with that, and we don't even really need to go to the end of the branch even. It's just to push the branch down a bit, stop it trying to stand back up. So just enough like that, I can, a little bit of thinner wire there for that one. I kind of stopped wiring this tree because it was fine, but slowly but surely now it's kind of got to the stage where it needs to be, just the ends need doing again. Otherwise it'll just end up like a cone again before I know it, and then it'll be a lot more of a wiring job then to get it back out. So I just want to roughly just like that work on the branch. See if I've brought that branch down now and out flatter instead of curling up. So this next one here, just get a short bit. Always wiring 2 branches at the same time, so one anchors off the other. another bit on that one over there. When we've done it all, then we'll go in and just give it a bit of a clean up, and some branches that might need shortening, we'll just shorten them. So just put a little bit of thin wire on these two. And keep my eye on this. Well, to be honest, it'll probably stay on now for the rest of the summer. Now you could go into detail in pulling, going right to the ends and separating all the little branches at the end, but I kind of like that, so you can pull them apart, but I'm not too bothered about that. I just want them to push down. We'll have a look when it's done if we need to do any particular bit we can. Small snips to get in there. Okay, so as you can see there again now, just brought that down just slightly, but enough that it's not facing up. Okay, so I'll go around the tree and I'll put the wire in it all, and then we'll come back down and have a look and see about putting it all into place. So I'll just pause the video for a minute or a few minutes. Okay, so we're starting to get there now. As you can see, we're starting to open it up more, get it looking more like an upright tree rather than a cone shape. Spreading it out, spreading out the branches, just bringing them down just helps to open the whole thing. It makes it so you can see in better. Whereas if it starts closing up, you won't be able to see all the branch structure and the trunks and everything. Still do a little bit here at the back. Need to bring some of these down and stuff to fill in the back a bit. And then I think we'll be getting close. So I'll keep going and we'll come back then and have a look at the final job, hopefully. Okay, so I think I've more or less wired what I need to wire. Again, you could go into real detail and really wire everything, but I don't really want to do that. I just want to wire the ones I have to, just to get it to flatten out a bit. As you can see, it's a lot better now than it was. There's still a few little areas I can work on. A lot of that can be done by trimming. It's one of these trees that you kind of need to keep on top of. The more work you do with it, and more you keep on with the pruning and checking it out and just giving it a little bit more care, the better it'll do. Because if you neglect it, they just start to fill out on the outsides, and before you know it, it'll just be back the way you got it to start. So the only thing left to do now will be just to go around the tree and just have a look where I can reduce some branches and things if it's a bit thick. And what I'll do is, like, I don't know if you can see, you see this branch here, it's split into two at the end. There's one, I don't know if you can see that, there's one going up and one going out, so I'll take the top one off and that will help push that branch out. I'll just thin out the top a little bit so it lets a bit more light in. Anything, like, there's lots of areas where you have like 3 branches come from the one spot. Take them out, take out any stubs, previous pruning. I repotted this recently, well, I can't remember when I did, presumably back in the spring. It was repotted. It used to be in a much shallower dish, and I just decided I'd give it a bit more help by putting it in a deep dish. I did neglect it since then a bit, so now I think it's time it had its share of TLC and try and get it back into some better shape. I like that, just keeping on top of it, pruning off any of the dead or dying stuff, letting the new growth take over, and like that will start just plucking off some of the growing tips where it's a bit too long. Like I say, it's taking out branches that need taking out, but we'll just keep on top of it, keep checking it. I'll put it where I can reach it a bit better. There was another problem I had. I put it kind of in an area where it's hard to reach, and I was just shooting the hose over to it to water it and stuff. So I'll try and get it, if I can, figure out a place a bit closer where I can actually, I'll put something else out there that doesn't need to be kept on top of as much. So this will be the front of it. I had a branch break off up here, which meant I had to use this branch then to fill that gap, which isn't great. It's kind of a funny bit, so that's why I put it at the back, so you kind of don't really notice it too much. And yeah, other than that, it was one of my first trees when I started bonsai. This is one of the first ones I got to try to work and see could I turn it into a bonsai. I was going to give up on it one stage, and then because I didn't see anybody doing these lemon cypress as bonsai, but then I started seeing a few people doing them, so I said I'd keep it and keep it going, see how we get on with it. Okay, so that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff, if you want to keep helping the channel out. Give the thumbs up and all that stuff, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.